What's good, y'all? It's your boy Ross back at it again with another video. So we got to talk about what happened on this episode of Friday Night SmackDown. Shout out to everyone that was with us watching it live when it initially aired. I believe it aired at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. So I know there was a few of y'all that missed the stream, but the replay is still up on the In the Clutch page, so that way y'all can check it out if you want to. But there was some good stuff on this show, and I definitely wanted to talk about some of the things that are transpiring and how things are going to be shaping up for WrestleMania this year. So they started off the show with Cody Rhodes, and I believe they were in London tonight, and the crowd was very electric, especially for like the Cody Rhodes segment and some other segments on the show. They brought the energy, and the show started off with Cody Rhodes, and as soon as he got to the ring, they're doing the Cody Rhodes, Cody Rhodes. Love that when they do that chant, and he starts talking about John Cena, and the crowd's booing, chanting John Cena sucks. It was a good crowd participation as you expected, and he's talking about how he's going to be facing John Cena at WrestleMania this year, and how he's going to pretty much do what he has to do and make sure that John doesn't walk out the WWE champion. And then Randy Orton music hit, and once again, London crowd showing mad love to Randy Orton, as they should. He comes out there and they're chanting, singing his whole theme song. I hear voices in my head. They're singing it even after the music stopped. It was a cool moment, and the crowd was really hyped to see him. And Randy basically came out there to essentially give Cody his flowers. He's like, look, man, I remember when you started in the business, and you was trying to make a name for yourself, and things were happening that weren't fair for you, but you took a risk on yourself, and you left, and you left to better yourself. You left to make a name for yourself, and he told him it takes some big balls to do that, to leave this company in the situation you was in, to go redefine yourself, and then come back bigger and better, and change how things are moving in WWE. He talked about him having a torn pec and going against Seth Rollins in a Hell in a Cell. It was partially torn before the match, then it was fully torn afterwards, and the pain he endured, and then him finishing his story and now leading the ship essentially with how all things are, moving great for the company financially, tickets, and all this other stuff. He's like, he's really proud of who he's become. And I'm like, all right, cool. He's showing them some love, but there's gonna be a but there. What else is really on his mind? He's on his mind. But he's like, you've done great things, and I'm really proud of you. But I know you're gonna have your situation with John Cena. Do what you got to do. I'm going to have my situation with Kevin Owens, and I can't wait to kick his head off his shoulders. But when it's all said and done, and when you're done with John Cena and I'm done with Kevin Owens, I'm going to want to crack at that WWE championship on your shoulder. I'm trying to get me another world title. So I'm not going to sit here and kick you in the balls. No, I'm going to tell you, because I got respect for you, because I love you, and I appreciate who you are and the abilities that you have. I'm telling you to your face, when you're done with that and I'm done with Kevin Owens, me and you for that WWE championship, which honestly, I do think at some point they're going to be potentially setting that up. We'll see how it plays out. But, great segment. Glad that he mentioned that. Obviously, we know Randy wants to become another world champion again. So you're thinking maybe the segment may be done, but no. Drew McIntyre's music hit, and the people out there love them some Drew. Drew comes out there and is like, look at the Nepo babies, the nepotism in the ring, just talking about what they're trying to do after WrestleMania. You guys make me sick. He told Cody, he was like, look, you should have listened to me, Cody. Instead of attacking me, you should have listened to me when I told you John Cena is not to be trusted, and look what happened. Instead of it being, me and you fighting for the title and me taking that title from you at WrestleMania, it's now John. And he's like, hey, that is what it is. And then he started directing some of his hatred towards Randy Orton. He was like, but you, Randy, Mr. I hear voices in your head. You haven't really been relevant since you came back. The only thing you're known your relevancy is just getting hurt. That's about it. And he started bringing up the fact that, maybe Kevin Owens is right. Yeah, you are hearing voices, but your body's not there. We all know, yeah, you look good, but your body's not there. Your back is messed up. And I'm gonna be honest with you. If you give me the opportunity, if you thinking you're gonna skip the line ahead of me in order, before, I get an opportunity to go at Cody for the title, you got another thing coming. And I have no problem breaking your back. So after he says that to Randy, he turns his attention to Cody, and Cody don't say a single word, just pops him right in the mouth, and then Randy Orton tries to go for the RKO, but Drew was able to counter and get out the ring. He was very close, and ultimately they end up setting a match between Drew McIntyre and Drew McIntyre and Randy Orton later on in the show. Next, we got to talk about LA Knight going against Braun Strowman for the United States Championship. Didn't see Braun Strowman winning in this situation, but I didn't know how it was going to play out. But ultimately, it ends up being a disqualification because Jacob Fatu comes out there and says, damn this match, I should be in it, and attacks Braun Strowman and LA Knight. And Jacob, he's hella over. Even when he was packing up LA Knight and Braun Strowman, crowd was chanting one more time, when he had Braun Strowman in one of the corner turnbuckles, and he keeps running into him over and over and over with his hip, and then he goes up top and does that springboard like moonsault. He did it twice. Crowd chanted one more time. He did it again to Braun Strowman. Braun Strowman got eviscerated, and he made it very clear there ain't going to be no championship match unless I'm involved. Crowd loves them some Jacob Fatu. So we cut to the back. He's walking, and you see Solo and Tama Tonga approach him like, yo, Jacob, what the hell was that? Why you didn't say anything? Why you didn't run the plan by us? And then Jacob started, talking back like, hey, hold on. Like, what you mean? Why I ain't run the plan? I do what I want. Like, I do what I need to do. Like, you don't tell me how to move. And then that's when Solo's like, hey, bro, you need to mind who you talking to. Well, you need to realize who you talking to. Even Tama Tonga was like, hey, bro, you didn't run the plan with us. Like, what's going on? He's like, nah, I'm not trying to hear none of that from y'all. And this is when you start to see that tension. He's starting to kind of move how he wants to on his timing. And he made it very clear, like, look, if you want to be out there, that's cool. But I mean, when it comes to me and Braun Strowman, it's going to be whoever's the last man standing. And I'm trying to become the new United States champion and bring that championship to the family. So either you with me or you're not. He made it very simple. Either you understand the plan and what I'm trying to do, or you're not. That's it. And I'm like, oh, the tension is really starting to pick up, especially between Solo and Jacob. I was really surprised that Tama Tonga was aligning himself more so with Solo. So that's going to be very interesting to see if that's going to have any type of effect. Will Jacob be the one to kind of be outed in this family? I don't know. We will see. But once again, crowd loves them. Love them some Jacob, man. He's fantastic, bro. He's definitely going to be a future main eventer the way they keep booking him. Next, we got to talk about the Naomi video package. Last week, she had the caution tape kind of just wrapped around her, but this time she had like a caution tape like outfit. And loved the video / promo package. And she essentially was talking about, why she did what she did when it came to Jay, because she felt like Jay was trying to take her spot, and she felt like Bianca was admiring Jade and looking up to Jade in a sense, or had a lot of love for her. And Naomi felt some type of way because Naomi's been there. That was Bianca's, she was Bianca's ride or die, and she felt like Bianca should have been looking up to her and appreciating her for what she's done in the business. And they showed different pictures and highlights of Naomi from way back in the day in WWE. And she was like, enough. Enough is enough. I did all of this for you. Enough is enough. I'm tired of being mistreated. I'm tired of being overlooked. I'm tired of being, abused mentally. I'm done with that. And she made it very clear, like, look, Jade, if you keep on getting in my way, there's going to be an issue. I urge you with caution to not get in my way anymore. So I like that that's what she's kind of going with. It played into her outfit, and I enjoyed that. I thought that was pretty dope, what they're doing with Naomi, giving her something to do. I like it. I honestly do like it. She's not playing a sidekick to anybody. She's doing her own thing, and she's making it very clear, Jade, leave me. This is not the smoke you want. I will pack you up again. So Jade's in the office with Nick Aldis after all this, like, hey, where is she? Nick Aldis like, I don't know. But he's like, hey, when I see her, I just want you to know it's on fucking site, right? Cool. She goes out the office and you see, I think you see B-Fab and Mia Yim. They are walking together. They're about to go out to the ring Mia's about to go out to the ring to face Charlotte, and obviously B-Fab is with her. And B-Fab and Mia are basically talking about, hey, what Naomi did was foul. Go handle up on her, whoop her ass, no love lost, right? And Jade's like, I am, y'all. Y'all do y'all thing against Charlotte. So get to the match. Mia comes out there, Mia Yim and B-Fab, they're all in the ring. And all of a sudden you see someone behind them, and it's Naomi. Naomi attacks Mia Yim and B-Fab before the match starts, throwing, beating up Mia Yim in the ring, and then starts wailing on B-Fab, throws her into the barricade, starts grounding and pounding her on top of the announce table. Jade music hits. She runs down to the announce table for the save. Obviously, Naomi ducks out of there. She runs out of there. So it seems as if anyone that's talking bad about Naomi, they gonna catch the beats too. Gotta proceed with caution, right? So as Jade is walking B-Fab up the ramp, Charlotte music hits. Mia Yim is still in the ring, just like kind of dazed. And you see there's an interaction between Jade and Charlotte. They look at each other. They look at each other up and down in a way of like, you know what I'm saying? Like there's that tension there. And they've done this before. When Jade first got to WWE and was on SmackDown, I believe Charlotte was in the office or something like that. Or it was around that time she was being on WWE television, and when there was that look of like, who are you? Like, who are you type stuff. Like you can tell they're setting up a future storyline, a future match between Jade and Charlotte Flair. So we'll see when that plays out. Most likely Charlotte will be the champion when that happens, and Jade will probably be chasing. So, but they did tease that once again. So we'll see when does that potentially happen. Next, we got to talk about the Drew versus Randy Orton match. Solid match. But towards the end, it looks like Randy's going to that place. Looks like he's about to hit Drew with the RKO. Looks like it's over for Drew. But then Kevin Owens comes out of nowhere down the aisleway, and he sees him. And Randy, he starts to listen to them voices a little bit too much. He gets distracted, turns around, eats a Claymore kick from Drew for the 1, 2, and the 3. And Drew McIntyre has pinned Randy Orton, obviously because of Kevin Owens and his distraction. So after the match, Kevin Owens goes down there and he drags Randy Orton out the ring, and he's about to essentially hit him with a package pile driver onto the announce desk, but that's when Randy is able to get out of it, and he sweeps Kevin Owens' legs from underneath him. He falls on the announce desk, and then he rolls onto the floor by the announce desk. And Randy, once again, listening to them voices, he's stepping back. He runs at Kevin Owens because Kevin Owens is on all fours, about to get kicked into oblivion. But Kevin Owens Man, I ain't never seen him move that fast. He got out of there so quick, jumped the barricade, and was running for his life. So they're teasing the punt kick. Most likely it's going to happen at WrestleMania. And chef's kiss, it's going to be glorious. Cannot wait for that to happen. So afterwards, Drew, he's feeling good. He's about to go out, have some drinks. He's feeling good. He beat Randy Orton. He ends up getting interviewed as he's about to leave. He's like, look, this is what happens when no one interferes in my matches. I beat Randy Orton clean in that ring, and now I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good about myself. What happened to Damian Priest? Damian Priest didn't even want to show up. He's too scared. He doesn't have the balls to show up to face me. But that's neither here nor there. I'm having a good time. I'm about to head on out. I'll see you guys later. He opens up the door, and fucking Damian Priest is just sitting there in front of the door like, surprise, motherfucker, and starts backing this nigga Drew up. Throwing him into the door, throwing him into production crates. They're in this garage area. There's somebody in a drop-top BMW. He starts slamming Drew's head on the trunk of the car. Then they start brawling over it. And then the guy that's in the car was like, hey, man, what are you doing? Damian Priest picks him up, throws him through some random tables in the back. Then they start fighting. Drew and Damian end up on the roof of the BMW, and ultimately Damian is able to get the upper hand and hits Drew McIntyre with the South of Heaven onto the car windshield, and it completely cracked. Oh, that was beautiful. Love that. Damian is on timing, and I love it, bro. He was talking this shit, man. Like, I love that. Drew over there, I got glass in my eye. Great crash out segment. I'm not gonna lie to you, they have made me care more about their match at WrestleMania, because anytime they get a chance to crash out on each other, they are doing it, and I appreciate that. Then we cut back to CM Punk walking into the arena, and he's walking past Drew McIntyre getting medical attention and writhing in pain. And CM Punk's just smiling as he walks past it. Love that. Love that. So we get, obviously, to the main event of the show. That is the contract signing. And Roman Reigns comes out there. Obviously, huge pop. He's a mega star. Everyone's putting up the ones. And for almost 5-6 minutes, they're doing the Roman Reigns, and he's just eating it up. He's loving it. He's smiling. He's like, hey, man, I love the way y'all sing to the tribal chief. I love it, man. I obviously asked them to acknowledge him. They already did, and they kept singing it. It was great. He had Paul Heyman over there singing on the microphone. It was such a good moment. And basically, he came out there and said, look, there was 2 things I needed to do when I got here. 1, have y'all acknowledge me. Check. 2, sign this contract, which he ended up doing. Boom. And he's like, all right, well, I did my obligations. I guess it's time for me. Boom. Seth Rollins music hit. Obviously, Roman's demeanor changes. He's a little bit perturbed. Facial expressions show it. Crowd's chanting Seth Rollins singing his theme. He gets out there and he's talking about, yeah, man, this is where things really kicked off for us. They was talking about the moment where, the Shield ended up taking down The Undertaker and throwing him through the table. I remember that, and how they changed the industry and the business to their liking, and basically saying, we did that. But also at the same time, you really should have let me finish off CM Punk. You let a snake, a cancer into the company. You shouldn't have did that, but that's fine. And I like the fact that Roman got in his Kendrick Lamar bag. He said, we? What is this we stuff? This is big me. This ain't no we. That's what we were before. This ain't no we. What are you talking about? He really was in his Kendrick bag. This ain't no big 3. This is the big me. It's me. He started listing off everything that's happened because of him. I have changed this place. All these deals, these Netflix deals, these billion dollar contracts, all these people, these sellout shows, that's because of me. That's why. It ain't because of us. It's because of me. I did that. You ain't done nothing. I love that. When Roman gets into his braggadocious, arrogant, I'm the reason why everything is going on. Y'all remember the iconic promo? This camera, this is mine. Everything, them commentators are mine. Like, I own all this. When he gets into that bag, some of the best work. So, obviously, he talking this shit, and Seth started getting irritated. Like, man, this is why I do what I do. You feel like you're so above everybody else. This is why I will always do what I need to do and stop you, And once again, I'm about to clean up your mess once again with this whole CM Punk situation. CM Punk music hits. Crowd's going crazy. Crowd's going crazy for everyone that was a part of this. He comes out there. Paul Heyman, obviously, his facial expression changes. He comes out there and, he does this once again. They're both in the ring. He ends up on the with the microphone on the top turnbuckle. He was like, hey, man, I'm here to chew bubblegum and sign a contract. And guess what? I'm all out of bubblegum. So he goes over there. And what I liked about this is he's reading. Everyone else just signed it and that's what it was. He's reading. He's going through all the pages, like reading the fine print. He's trying to see some stuff. And Roman's like, hey, do you need a highlighter? Like, what are you doing? Just sign the contract. Like, he's talking to Paul. Like, hey, does he know how to do this? Like, come on, Junior. Sign the damn contract. Let's get this on the road. So then Paul comes over there. And he's like, look, I know what you're looking for. It's on this page, yada, yada, yada. But I just want you to know that finally what you've been wanting for your entire career is happening. Yes, you are now going to be in the main event of WrestleMania for the very first time in your career. And what made this really good is, I don't know if CM Punk was selling or acting his ass off here, but he actually got legitimately teared up because Paul Heyman was right next to him. Like, everything you've worked for, you finally are getting your main event moment at WrestleMania. You have a main event match for the first time ever. So Paul's really emotional with him. CM Punk starts tearing up. Like, CM Punk starts tearing up a little bit. And you can see Seth is seething, bro. I'm talking about pissed the fuck off, bro. He's like, man, what the hell is this? What the hell is this? Man, wipe them damn tears. He's telling CM Punk to wipe them damn tears, man. Nobody gives a damn about that. You don't deserve a main event. The main event is sacred, and you don't deserve it. Like, he's going off on him. He's throwing the chairs. He's legitimately going off on CM Punk like he does not deserve it. And Roman's just enjoying this. He's like, look at this, man. This works out perfectly. Now you get your main event. This is what Roman's assuming that this is what CM Punk favor was. He wanted to main event WrestleMania. He's like, look at you. Everything works out because of the tribal chief. You get your main event WrestleMania, man. It all works out. So then CM Punk starts talking about thanking the fans, thanking them for chanting his name directly. He's looking directly at Seth, chanting his name for 10 years straight. Now he's main event in WrestleMania. But Roman's like, whoa. No. What you need to be doing is thanking me. Because I'm the reason why that happened. I'm the reason why you have this main event. So you should be thanking me and acknowledging me as your tribal chief. So CM Punk gets on one knee. He says, you know what? I acknowledge you. He started calling him the list of names that people call him. He even called him the big dog, and Roman kind of sneered at him a little bit. He called him the big dog, but he's basically said, I acknowledge you. Thank you for putting this opportunity into my life. I appreciate that. I acknowledge you. And Roman's like, all right. Yeah, CM Punk hammed it up, of course. A kid from Chicago. You did me a solid. I acknowledge you. So Roman thinking everything cool, it's great. But then CM Punk drops another bomb. He's like, that's cool. But that's not the request that I'm talking about. And that's when people are oohing and awing, because that's not it. The request wasn't for him to main event WrestleMania. That's not the request that he is demanding from Paul Heyman. Paul Heyman may have assumed, or Roman may have assumed, oh, he just wanted the main event. No, that's not the favor. That's basically what he said. I appreciate that. I'm in the main event, but that is not the favor that I'm requesting from Paul. So the question becomes, what is the favor? We may find out in these upcoming weeks, but I do think it's probably going to have some type of implications involving the WWE Championship or some type of championship match. So we will see. Or maybe, just maybe the favor is Paul Heyman has to be a CM Punk guy once again. I don't know. We're going to find out, but this segment was great. They ended up cutting it off. There was still like 5 minutes left, but they ended up cutting it off, and that was pretty much it. So I'm not sure if they showed anything else extra. I'll check online. But overall, it was an okay show. There was a lot of stuff that I did like that's heading into WrestleMania, and, I do think there's some good stuff to be hyped about. I'm definitely looking forward to Randy and Kevin Owens. That's going to be a fun match just to see Kevin Owens get punt kicked. Chef's kiss. Naomi and Jay, looks like they may be setting that up. Interested in that. I'm actually getting more interested in the Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest, because they've been crashing out on each other, and I fucking love it. Drew doesn't miss when it comes to feuds. They are killing it right now. So Drew McIntyre, Damian Priest, looking forward to that. And obviously, night one ending with the triple threat match between Roman Reigns, CM Punk, and Seth Rollins. I knew that was the case. There's no way you don't have your top 3 guys in the company not main event that show. There's no way. As soon as they were building it up, I was like, they got a main event night one. We know night one's going to be Cody and Cena. We know night two's going to be Cody and Cena. Night one, most likely, it had to be Roman, Seth Rollins, and CM Punk. Roman, he's not missing the main event. They're not going to let Roman Reigns miss any type of main event. So, I kind of figured that was going to happen. But, hey, comment down below. Let me know if you guys enjoyed SmackDown. Let me know what was your favorite part of the show. And are you guys looking forward to how things are going to play out heading into WrestleMania and Monday Night Raw? But I appreciate all the love, support. Road to 150K. Appreciate y'all kicking with me. See y'all next one. Peace.